Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk. Back again with another little Friday treat for you. Not Ferrero this time, but this time this is a variation of the lovely Sam Pootles, who's my team leader. And it's a variation on a box that she did a while ago, which requires no glue. So you literally just pull out these little flaps. And I've done this to fit these lovely Lindor balls, which are in the shops at the moment in the UK for Christmas. So literally they just pop in there, and I thought it was just a way for me. I was playing around and I was using up some of my Halloween paper, which obviously this is the reverse of some Halloween paper, so I thought it was rather fitting. The orange fitted the orange, and I thought, well, if I'm using up scraps, I'll start using up some of the scraps I have left over from a class I did. So this is my recent class where we were making a decorated candle, a stamped candle, and some coordinating cards, and this is in my current kit that I've been doing. So we made these 3 cards, and as a result I had little bits of scrap and die cuts left over. So I thought, well, actually, why don't I do a different version on camera of that instead? So that's what we're going to do. I'm doing it in inches. I have got centimetre measurements, which I'll put on my blog. So I can't take credit for this idea, as it's Sam's, but the dimensions are one that I've done recently. So to start off with, you need a piece of cardstock 4 inches by 6 inches, which you'll see I've just cut there. So very easy to cut that, whatever cutter you happen to use. And I'm decided to kind of go, oh, excuse me while I just move the camera, to go back to my scoreboard, because when you're doing boxes, particularly if you're doing quite a number, it really is worthwhile using your scoreboard rather than a trimmer. And the reason for that is it's just so much easier. Now you're going to see all the junk on my desk, but hey, there we go. You are going to score the long at 1 1/2, at 2 1/4, at 3 3/4, and at 4 1/2. So that is easy so far. Then we're going to score the short at 3/4 of an inch, and this is one of those horrible ones where I'm just going to do that on the left there, 3/4 of an inch and 3 1/4 inches. That is all the scoring you're going to do on the scoreboard, but keep hold of your scoring tool because you will need that in just a second. As always, it's a box, so the next thing I'm going to get you to do, it won't surprise you, is to burnish. And this makes our basic box. And what we then want to do is to score these 2 side panels at either end so that it will fold in. So what you're going to do is, with the score side uppermost, you're going to take your ruler. This is where I will go back and double check, yes, that's right. And you're going to go from the inside out on those top 4 squares. So literally just go in, out, from the inner line to the next one across, like so. Hopefully you can see that. I'm coming from here to here. At the bottom, from the narrow one to the corner, and the same here. And that is our basic box done. How easy is that? And all that will happen is you just need to reinforce those. So fold and burnish the main one, and then you can literally just reinforce those diagonals. Obviously didn't score that one very well. And then it just folds up on itself. The easiest way is to fold it up square ways, like so. And then once you've done the one end, you can pop the other end down. And you literally just fold that in, like so. And then just pinch. And there's your basic box. So having made the basic box, now we're going to decorate it. So I have literally just got some bits and scraps of card, which I've got here. So the panel for the top that you're going to need is 1 3/8 by 2 3/8. And this is the lovely Year of Cheer DSP, which you can see there, you know. I mean, how pretty does that look? And then obviously now you've cut the 1 3/8, you're going to cut 2 more tiny dinky little pieces, which are 5/8 each. So easiest way to do them, well, there is no easy way to do them. You could mark them. I just find holding like so, like that, and those are our 2 pieces to go in there. So that's our basic box decoration. DSP makes it a cinch. And then I'm just going to attach that to the box with some snail. So literally just pop that on the top there. Have to excuse the light, I'm filming in the dark. It is November here, almost December, and it is horrid. I'm going to work and coming home from work in the dark, and I don't like it. There we go, like so. Then we can now do our stamping. So a scrap of Whisper White. So literally these are just the bits I had left over. Now unusually what I'm actually going to do with this one is punch first then stamp. I tried stamping then punching, which worked fine, but it's just a bit easier to line it up with where I want you to when you've punched first. So punch a shape using our Pretty Label punch. Then got some Pool Party, which I have to say has been recently re-inked, because obviously with a class it does tend to get used quite a bit. And then literally you're going to line it up on this very middle section. So just like so. Then I'm using, this is all from the Swirly Snowflakes, which is the stamp set we used, which is this, sorry, Snowflake Sentiments. Swirly Snowflakes is the dies that go with it. And I'm just going to pop some snowflakes round the edge there. Come in with your scissors, snips, and I'm just cutting that central piece. So I'm getting sort of it's almost like the old word window punch we had, to be honest with you. It's like a big fat one of those. This is one of the ways my recent class on using your Pretty Label punch covered. Then on the second one, which you've just punched out of the cardstock, you just trim away the very outer little bits. Pop in a little bit of fuse, so you then get a lovely layer. And then what I have done is I had a range of snowflakes, and some of these are from the Colourful Seasons stamp set, and the ones we used were actually from our snowflakes, and we just trimmed them away. So all you need to do here, just move that light slightly, is you come in and just trim and just snip just on these pieces here, and just trim down the centre of that one, and that's the one that I shall tuck behind, like so. So we've got a really pretty snowflake, which I clearly didn't clean that one very well. I need to find my dye brush, get that working in, I think. And all I'm going to do is literally just put some glue on the back, tuck our snowflake like so. Oh, actually, there we go. So you can see a little more of the snowflake. Pop those out. Add a bit more glue. And then pop that on the top there. All that's left to do is to fill it with some chocolates. This is my little tin of goodies that I've got set aside for crafting. As you can see, Freddos are here, and I've got both the orange and the ordinary Lindor balls. I have to keep this hidden from my family, otherwise when I come to craft I find there's nothing left. And then all you need to do I usually do this before I fold it up. There you go. Lift that up. Okay. So pop the one end in, pop in half a dozen of our Lindor balls, and they literally just fit in just snugly in there. Pop that end down, and they will hold in place. There we go. So there's a hopefully quick and easy table treat to go on your table, for maybe that one for Christmas, maybe this one for a birthday, but either way it doesn't use very much cardstock and doesn't take very long to do, and you can use all those little scraps that you've got kicking around that you might want to use up, and if you do have any problems with those bits pinging open, if your Lindor balls are a little on the larger side, then just pop a little bit of glue on the top there, and it will stay in place. Thanks for watching. Excuse the mess, it is chaos as always in my house. Come back and see me soon, and if you'd like any of the products you've seen tonight, or if you're interested in any of my kits, then please drop me a line. I'll be happy to help. Bye now.